Hey everybody, it's Watachi. This is a video. I don't know why you guys can't understand what's going on with the open borders and them bringing all these people up from South America and Mexico and flooding them into this country and doing it, bringing in Muslims and Asians, period, from all over Asia. Uh, Europeans coming in here like gangbusters too at this point. But I don't understand why you guys don't understand why they're doing that. I mean, you was taught about your own history of your own country. They come in here to a hunk of land that had over 100 million Indians living on it already. They move in, they take over what they called 13 colonies and announced that they were a new country, the United States of America, and they proceeded to take everything else the Indians had by killing off the population of the people that were living here when the Europeans showed up here. Now, all they did was they went to Europe and said, hey, we've got this great big continent up here we want to fill up with people. There's some heathens and some savages on it that you just need to kill them off, just like you would to any bears or wolves or anything that's threatening the land that you want. You kill them off, and we'll give you the land. You can stake off as much as you want, do what you want with it. So they flooded people in here from all over Europe, brought them in here, so that they would flood out throughout the United States and take the land away from the people who lived there. Now, you guys all think you won the Revolutionary War, ended the fight between the British and the American colonies. You couldn't be more wrong. And the War of 1812 proves that. The British not only came back for the United States, they came back, they wanted Canada also, and they won Canada. It's still under British control. But the British came back, and they even got Tecumseh, the Indian chief, to fight with them. They lied to him and told him they would help him to gain control back of his own land. And they didn't help him, but he helped them believing they would. And they stabbed him in the back when the time came. But the Indians fought with the British, trying to kick the Americans' ass, and they did in the War of 1812. Took the French coming in here and supposedly saving America, if you believe what you've been told. So, people, what do you think they're trying to do again today? The people that are in America and Canada, the people who were born there, who they consider themselves citizens, natural born citizens, they're flooding these places with people from other countries in order to get them to remove the native population, the natural born population that was here before them. That's why they got that southern border open the way they do. That's why so many of them are coming across. That's why they're helping all these people as soon as they cross that border. You people don't even know what all they're doing for them, because you believe what you're told. All they're doing, people, is they want to bring these people in that are used to communism, socialism, absolutely no rights, God given or anything else. They want them people to be flood in up here, think they're going to be free. Once they all get here, they'll get them to vote this country right into communism, socialism. It's already happening. They're teaching it in the schools, folks. They're teaching it to your own kids, and you're letting them. If you guys want to see what socialism's all about, I dare you. Get on a plane and fly to Cuba. Get on a plane, fly to Cuba. Spend a week there and come back and tell us all how great socialism is. Get on a plane, fly to Japan, or not Japan, China. Fly to China. Get off there for it, stay there for a week, and come back and tell us how great socialism is. Get on a plane and fly to Africa. I dare you. Because if you would go to Africa and see those countries and states that are inside on the African continent, you would never come back here and say anybody in this country is poor. Never. They let this country, this whole thing has been a setup, folks. It's all it could have been. The one they claim is George Washington, was the father of this country, supposedly set all this up. Fought the war to get us our republic and our freedoms and our God-given rights protected by a constitution, the whole 9 yards. They named Washington, D.C. after him. The streets are laid out like a pentagon, or not a pentagon, a Star of David. There's so many Mason symbols laid out in Washington, D.C. It ain't even funny, and just the streets and everything. They painted in the Capitol building, the big dome. Well, if you go inside and look at it, they got Washington sitting on a throne like he's a god, looking down on you. And as you're looking up, it's a painting of a bunch of, I can't remember the rest of it that's painted up there, but they got him, George Washington, sitting and he's a Freemason, folks, sitting in a throne like he's God, looking down on the earth. They said there was, I think, 12 or 13 presidents before him. He was the first elected president. Now, Congress appointed the other presidents before him, but they claimed he was the first one. They bled this man, George Washington, to death because they thought they called it bleeding. And they thought if you had a disease, they could just cut you open, let you bleed it out, and they could get rid of the disease. Well, he had something wrong with him that they thought bleeding him would work. They kept cutting on him, letting him bleed, cutting on him, letting him bleed, till he bled to death laying in his own bed, folks. His own doctors did that to him. But this, after the War of Independence, it never ended, folks. The war kept going. The War of 1812, that's what it was all about. That was the British when they came back. They wanted the damn land back. Do you think they didn't get it the second time? By that time, the Republic was gone. That was right before the damn Civil War, folks. This is what I keep telling you. Everything that happened, evil to this country, happened right before the Civil War or during the Civil War, or all leads back towards that time period. And that's exactly about the amount of years that the Republic lasted. Was about, I think, tops 80 years at the most. But that War of 1812, we're told we won that one too because of the French. Or is that just another lie? Because that's about the exact same time the Constitution fell. Martial law, matter of fact, went into effect on whatever date the Civil War started. It was like 1940 or something like that, somewhere around 1840. By the time the war started, there was martial law was put out. We never got it back. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks. We did this. The Europeans, I can't say we because my butt, our family was already in what they called Virginia in the early 1600s. Were we European? Were we Indian? I don't know. Who were we that we came from before that? Where did we come from? Because me and my dad both, we're dark people. I don't look like it on here, but when I was out in Arizona, people thought I was Mexican if I had my sunglasses on. They'd come up to me talking to me like in Spanish, and I was like, buddy. And I'd rip my glasses off and look at them and say, do I look like I speak Spanish? And I tried, folks. Spanish and American hillbilly language does not mix well. It was funny. I had two Mexican ladies that I was hired basically for security for these people. And they were trying to teach me the language, and you can't do it with a Tennessee accent. It sounds ridiculous. But, folks, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to move people in here from all these countries that have been oppressed for all their lives. Move them in here, give them a little bit of freedom, get them to take over this land and remove you from it. That's what they're doing. If you don't know this, and you need to look it up while you still can. Folks, I got to shut this down because they say you can't last more than 15 minutes. So I just want to say, all of you, remember, God loves us all. And I love you too. The only way out of this is through Jesus Christ. And we don't know how big and how far and how long back, or how far back the lies, the major lies that we've been told all of our lives go. But the more you research, the deeper it goes. Have a good day, folks. Till next time.